Fame career, which gets me to what I wanted to get to. Thank you for being professional and bringing me back. Andrei Arlovski was introduced as a future Hall of Famer. And I'm curious, and I wrote, how about this? I actually did 2 little things of research. And somewhere on here are the 2 records. Tell me which record is more impressive. And if either one of these guys are Hall of Famers. One guy was 9-4 in the UFC. Won the UFC heavyweight title. 6 years he was in the UFC. Andrei Arlovski was in the UFC 24 years. That's impressive.
Yeah.
With a record of 25-18. Also won the UFC title, won the fake title, the interim title. Are either one of these guys Hall of Famers, and does longevity get you in the Hall of Fame?
It shouldn't. Longevity shouldn't get you in the Hall of Fame. That being said, 9-6 doesn't, to me, connote a Hall of Fame career. Now, who's the 9-6? Are you talking about
9-4? 9-4.
Are you talking about Brock?
No, 9-4. Tim Sylvia was 9-4.
Right, okay.
And I'm not saying Tim's a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying that at all.
You could make an argument though, because when Tim fought, it wasn't as big as it is now. So the pool of talent was much smaller. So I would argue that Tim Sylvia could be a Hall of Famer. I really would. Nowadays, when there's 10,000 fighters on the roster, of course not.
Right.
But I'm just.
Is Jim Miller a Hall of Famer in your eyes?
See, again, that's to me, and we've talked about it before. Mike just joined an hour ago. We've talked about it. Jim Miller, longevity. Yes, he has the most whatevers because of longevity, but he didn't win a title. His record, I don't know what it is, but I know what Andre's is, and 25-18 isn't impressive.
It's not.
It's longevity. And there was a long, now I will say this, and you know this because you were there. I always say that I've only seen 2 fighters in my career that people were afraid of, and that being Mike Tyson and Mark Coleman. And I think Andre might be a third.
I think so too.
They were scared.
I was scared of Andre, and I was a reporter. Yeah. I was sitting cage side, and I was afraid of him.
I think the new one is Poatan. I mean, what Alex did over the weekend, like using the black magic and like channeling a different energy source, you got to, like, that's real.
The last fight was better.
It's real.
The last fight was better.
That guy's the boogeyman. The people are afraid. Like, Yuri is afraid of him. He said he couldn't use his black magic techniques in the fight. I mean, do you realize what kind of precedent that is? Like, it's going to change.
It just sounds like he got into
his head. Right.
Poetan's a genius.
Right. His last fight was better when he gets kicked in the basketballs and pushes the ref away and knocks him out.
Yeah.
That is legendary.
It's legendary. But legendary could also be when Frankie was getting beat up by Gray Maynard in the second round, came back, picked him up, and body slammed him.
Oh, absolutely.
Legendary.
No,
I mean, that's stuff the legends are made of. That's Rocky Balboa.
Absolutely.
Stuff. And even IG coming in on 3 hours' notice, that's legendary too. You can say these guys are. I know you hate the word. I hate. Mel Gibson's production company is called Icon Entertainment, and people look at it and it says, and they think it's Icon Entertainment. But if you read Mel Gibson's book, he wrote, no, it's Icon Entertainment because that's what I do for a living. Icon you. And that's what he says about it. And so icon is, it's got 2 different meanings there. But anyhow, you know what I mean.
No, and we're going to talk about Saturday and Ige and what happened on Saturday. Unbelievable. I just wanted to kind of talk about the Hall of Fame, talk about the Arlovski being mentioned as a Hall of Famer, but again, that falls into
let's talk also,
Saturday.
I mean, I know we don't like to get political on any of our MMA shows, but I think that Arlovski's last fight was unceremonious. It should have been more ceremonious. He should have had it. Michelle Waterson had a package.
Here's my only question about that, and we don't know the answer. I mean, maybe we'll ask Dana next time we see him.
Or maybe Andre said, I don't want one.
Or maybe Dana didn't make the decision until after the fight.
Right.
And I'm giving Dana, credit. We don't know.
Right.
Now, if Andre said, like Michelle obviously did, this is my last fight, obviously it's not, because Andre said, I'm not done fighting.
Right.
He's going to go somewhere else and fight. So everybody that is saying what you just said.
You made a great point there. Because why would Dana want to promote another promotion's next fighter?
Yeah, I mean,
Dana's very shrewd like that too.
But at the same time, Dana didn't Vanderlei get into the Hall of Fame by accident. Like, him and Dana had a beef for years, and then somehow Dana slipped up and forgot and buried the hatchet and then allowed him in. So even his acceptance of it was controversial, right?
I don't know anything about that, but Vanderlei was a coach Obviously, one of the best scenes ever when Vanderlei and Chael went at it.
That was awesome.
That was great. I can't let you near me.
And I'll tell you, I gained respect for Chael there too, because Chael doesn't look like a badass.
No.
He doesn't talk like a badass. He's almost like performing all the time. Mm-hmm. But in that moment, and forget about his Octagon appearances, in that moment when it's real, it's real. There's no referee going to break you up. There's no time on it, and he just went at him, and I was like, good for you, Chael.
Yep. No.
Because Vanderlei is a scary, scary person.
Absolutely. He's not called the Axe Murderer for nothing.
I was the roast master at Big John McCarthy's 50th birthday party, and we roasted a lot of people.
Did you show up on time?
Yeah.
Inside joke.
That's why you guys are still friends.
So, okay. Anyhow, Boss Rutan was on the dais, and I was introducing the next person to roast Big John McCarthy, and I would bust somebody's chops on the way up. I'd be like, Randy Couture, I can't believe he's still alive to see this and whatever. But when it came to me to introduce Boss Rutan, I said, here's a guy I genuinely fear. So the next roaster is Boss Rutan, and I walked off. I didn't say a joke. I didn't say anything, because Boss would come and smack me so hard. Anyhow,
so Mike, with roasting, what did you think of the Tom Brady roast? What was your rating of that? Did you see it first off?
The whole thing.
On scale 1 to
10. I give it a 12. I thought it was genius.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was oh my God, that Kill Tony guy.
Yeah, Heckcliff.
Oh, he was
Tony Heckcliff.
Hilarious.
And his career is blown up.
Oh,
yeah,
huge.
I mean, he was funnier than all the comedians.
Well, he is a comedian.
Nikki, whatever her name
Nikki
is, was she
Glazer
stole it. Nikki Glazer stole it.
And God bless Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart is a real professional. He just got the Mark Twain Award for comedy, and he was like, Nikki, your timing was perfect. He goes, he killer set, and you could tell she genuinely appreciated that, because Nikki a lot of female comedians don't really get the respect they deserve.
Right.
Because we're all misogynist, chauvinistic.
What was the host guy? The Ross.
Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross. Like, he only watches the NFL because the coin toss, right? All
right, let's go hit the top of the hour break. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Platinum Mike Perry in hour number 2. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, and Bucked Up Energy Drink. We'll be right back.